Hey, so today is a really good day for us to practice the word Spirit is giving us is discernment. But I want you guys to unpack this a little bit to see what the bigger meaning is for you right now. We have some pretty quiet energetics coming in from the astral realm. So the space weather's pretty quiet. The Schumann, some other guy's heartbeat, very quiet. It's only at a power of 8, which the base frequency is 7.8. So really kind of quiet energy. And it's interesting because when we don't have all of these like outside disturbances to come in and distort the energy field, it really gives us like this window of opportunity to be able to do some self-exploration, right? Which is the whole reason why we come here. It's interesting because if people talk about the purpose of life, there can be many layers to your purpose, but I feel like the grandest purpose is exploration. As souls, we come here to explore. However, whatever that looks like for you is individual based on your particular needs. Today, though, Spirit is just showing me that word, discernment. And it's very interesting because they're just saying it's very complex. It's a very complex word, the meaning behind it. And they're just showing me how, we can get a lot of influence from the people that we listen to, from the books that we read, from the scrolling that we do. We can get a lot of, they're just saying, energetic interference. Now, what they want us to remember is that every single person that's popping on, and including myself, when I'm talking from my personal perspective, when we come online here and we're sharing our life experiences or our teachings or our wisdoms, it's at the level that we have obtained the insights or the clarity on. Does that make sense? And so the truth is that the majority of influencers, of guides, gurus, teachers that come online, they're not coming online in their worst moments. They're not coming online and talking to you about the days where they're feeling emotionally charged or they're feeling broken and lost. So it's very easy for us to watch, these screens and have this idea that anything less than perfect is imperfect and that we need to strive to be that perfect, right? So it's very deceiving, right? The whole, we can use technology for help, but it can be a hindrance, especially if we are, watching things where it's only showing it in the highlight reels, like only showing the best parts of it. And so what Spirit wants us to do is they want us today to, just because we're in an energetic lull, there's that kind of like lull energy, they want us to use our discernment with every single thing as an exercise today, just as an intuitive exercise for yourself, to work on your intuition, to expand your intuition, to create greater clarity in everything that you're doing. So just having the awareness that when you are listening, Spirit's just saying it's not necessarily the word of God. Does that make sense? So when you're reading something, when you're listening to somebody explain something, do yourself a favor and just get out of your mind with it, get into your heart with it. Feel into it energetically. Does it feel like there is first of all, a resonance in there? Because the resonance is an opportunity for growth, right? That's, if you feel that there's a resonance, vibration, or frequency in there, then that's something you can explore because you can follow it. It's like a breadcrumb trail. You follow it and discover what you're supposed to learn from it, or what kind of insights or guidance you can get from it. But also be really, really open and aware to the feelings that it generates for you. Again, another really good indicator of, oh, those were obviously emotions that I was like stifling down, that I wasn't expressing, that I wasn't allowing to release, that I was not surrendering. So have the awareness about that. But then also, Spirit's just saying the big picture. There needs to be more of us that are able to see the big picture when it comes to big things, right? And so this is, there's so many, I hate to call something a topic more important than another topic, because depending on where you are, that, topic will be important to you. But I just feel like in general, everything, all of the guidance that we're receiving, we need to have some discernment with it. So pay attention, just pay attention to what feels real, true, honest, noteworthy, and then what kind of just feels like a bit of fluff, right? Because this is the truth about it. A lot of people show up online and they just give a little bit of fluff. There's a little bit of fluff. And I hate I will say before I come on, before I post anything, I will be like connecting with my guidance team and saying, like, what do we need to know right now? Like, what's important? Like, how? And a lot of times it's just easy for me to show up and share from my own personal stuff, because I'm always working on stuff. And I know that you guys are often working on the same stuff. So that makes my job easy. But sometimes there'll be days where I'm in a bit of a lull. I'm in a bit of a not feeling motivated, not feeling excited about anything, and there's no again, no astral weather, no space weather, no geostorms, no solar flares. And so I'm not getting any of that stuff to complain about. So then there's just me, right? And so do you often find, and let me know in the comments, when it's just you and you're maybe not interested. I know this sounds bad, but I feel like it's true. And you're not interested in holding your own hand, and sitting there with your own being and having a conversation, or your own being and having an exploration. So you go on your phone, you go on your computer, whatever it is, and you start scrolling as a distraction, right? Let me know if that's something that you have the awareness now that that's actually what you do. You actually, instead of being like, oh yeah, you know what, I could tune in and check in and see how I'm doing, check in with my physical body, check in with all these emotions that I'm feeling, check in with these thoughts that are generating my, experience. But instead, I'm just going to go on and I'm going to scroll. Now, Spirit's just calling that a displacement of energy. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of, okay, there's some stuff that I could explore today, maybe through meditation, maybe through some mindfulness practice, maybe just through some hand on heart and some breathing, some just grounding, connecting breathing with myself. Maybe I need to get out some crayons and some markers and do some doodling or some drawing, or maybe I need to get some paint, or maybe I need to put on some music and just move my body, or maybe I need to go play in the snow. That's a hard no for me. No snow playing, is too cold out. But you know what I mean, right? All of these opportunities for self-exploration, all of that to I feel like they're just saying to me, sometimes things can feel bigger than they are, especially when you were feeling really emotionally charged, really mentally charged. I feel like those frequencies can get pretty big and build up, and so they need a bit of an outlet. So we need to do that kind of communication, that listening, instead of going online and listening to others talk about whatever's the most important topic of the day. So just be mindful of that. Just today, explore it. See what comes up for you. What kind of thoughts are being generated by what you're watching, what you're listening to. And just, again, that discernment. Let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. When you feel into the word vibrationally, without thinking about it, discernment. What does discernment mean to you right now in this moment? Let us know.